UX maturity is a measurement of an organization's ability to deliver user-centered design. You may not believe me when I say this, but not all organizations out there value the UX process. It is important to remember that just because an organization is hiring UX designers or product designers, that doesn't mean they understand the value or concept of UX. If you're new here, hi, what's up? I'm Gemma and I'm a senior product designer who shares tips about UX for free. If that's something you're interested in, then why not hit that subscribe button, turn on notification bells to get notified every time I upload a new video. From my personal experience and what I've heard from other designers within the industry, UX maturity is still a common problem amongst our industry. So what does this mean? Well, it means that there's a lot of organizations out there who don't understand the concept of UX or understand the UX processes. And to be honest, they don't understand what UX can actually bring to the table. They don't really understand how UX can fit into the product delivery process, and then they tend to undervalue what UX designers or UX consultants can bring to the organization. So with that said, what is exactly UX maturity? In 2006, and yes, that long ago, Jakob Nielsen developed one of the earliest concepts of UX maturity, defining UX maturity into 8 phases. Each stage would describe UX presence within different organizational structures. I have linked the article below, so please go and check that out. But today we are going to talk about the 6 stages of UX maturity. So we have absent, limited, emergent, structured, integrated, and user-driven. But what does this mean for you? If you are currently applying for roles and the UX maturity within those organizations are low, you're going to be spending a lot of time advocating for the UX role. You will find yourself advocating for the UX processes, how we're supposed to deliver things, and what value we can bring to organizations. My advice would be to maybe not take roles in companies who have an absent or limited UX maturity model. The reason why I say this is because you're not really going to be able to grow or develop your skills in such companies like this. Because most often or not, these companies will be extremely developer focused, meaning all they really care about is releasing features as quickly as possible and not really engaging in the proper UX process to do so. Stage 4 would be an ideal organization in order to start your UX career, as this means the organization have really started to value the UX process. Now at this point, it isn't perfect, but at least they understand the concept of it and they understand what we can actually bring towards the organization. At this point, management should be supporting UX and really bring it into the higher level strategies. So how do you find out the UX maturity within an organization? Sometimes it can be really easy to tell from just the job advert itself. If you're applying for a junior role or a mid role, see if they mention any senior designers that you're able to grow and learn from. These will usually be mentioned within the job description. Read through the role's responsibilities and see if they're looking for somebody to create pretty designs for their clients, or are they really looking for somebody who can deliver user research and really take into consideration the pillars of UX. If you're unable to gauge this from the job advert itself, then maybe when you go through to the interview stage, ask the person who's interviewing you what is the UX maturity within the organization. You can be completely blunt and just ask it that way, or you could ask them about their delivery process and how the UX process fits into the delivery process. You could ask them what your role would be like day to day. If they mention you'll be creating screens for developers, then that is a suggestion that the UX maturity is low. Or if they tell you that they really care about user research and how that is implemented into the delivery of the product, then they're probably on a higher level of the maturity scale. You can also ask them about their strategy, their processes, their culture within the organization, and if they can't give you a direct answer, then maybe this isn't the place for you. Ultimately, only you can personally decide whether to take a role within an organization where the UX maturity is low. But Just remember, it will take a lot of patience and maybe sometimes putting in some extra hours, because most often or not, if the UX maturity is low within an organization, you don't necessarily get enough time to do your day-to-day tasks. I hope this video has given you a more understanding of UX maturity and what to look out for when applying for roles within the UX field. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I am really trying to grow this channel, so anything you can do to help, I'd be super grateful. I also offer one-on-one mentoring sessions over on my super peer, so if that's something you're interested in, there's a link in the description below. And last but not least, if you want to follow me over on Instagram, you can do so here. And until next time, bye!